For our article presentation, we found a situation where the schools in Chicago are not in class right now, and the teachers are concerned that the students aren't gaining the knowledge that they should, and they want to resume in-person classes. So what we did is we did ours over negotiation and how it is used in this instance. So the kind of negotiation that is used is mediation. So it's actually a third party coming in to facilitate the resolution process between two different groups, but they don't have any formal authority to dictate a solution, so they can't make any final decisions.
So the situation that Don just went over briefly was that Chicago teachers wanted to mediate over an eventual labor agreement and reopening based on the current COVID-19 situation in the US. The Board of Education said that they have no obligation to bargain the decision, and they really don't want to change their decision. And that long-term academic risks and health risks of COVID-19 is kind of what they're concerned about. Obviously, there's been a lot of deaths with COVID-19, but they also want to focus on getting the kids back in school. So what they've done is advocated for a mediator to be brought in order to settle the argument between the two sides. The teachers are worried that their students aren't getting the education that is necessary by doing online and alternative schooling.
Sorry about that. So the benefit of having a mediator in this situation is that since the Board of Education was not willing to come forward and talk about their problems, the third party that they are going to agree on both actually is going to make it easier for them to talk and present their intended arguments, so that there isn't necessarily like a bias to one side. The mediator is going to be a neutral party, and he's going to make sure that each of the sides are being able to express themselves.
So the mediator will begin to attend the bargaining sessions between the district and like the teachers union, which is the two sides that are having the dispute. So while there is a mediator, the mediator will make sure that both parties are being heard equally and can suggest like a compromise or possible resolution to the problem.
In this instance, the mediator cannot actually decide anything, but they are solely there for the purpose of like making sure that both sides are able to get their points across unbiased, and he can suggest things, or they can suggest things such as a compromise or a resolution, but the two sides of those parties don't necessarily have to choose one of those as the options.
Yeah, and that's the difference between mediation and arbitration. Is arbitration, they have to make a decision.
They have power over those arguing parties.